The installation of microneedles and cold hammer handles, as well as clinical procedures, are shown next. This is a bracket on the instrument. Let's start by attaching the support to the side of the instrument. Then pull the bracket up. A pin-type installation. Just go straight from the top down. There's a big hole and a small hole in the bracket. You have to remember that the big holes are facing up and the small holes are facing down. That should do it. The next thing we're going to assemble is the handle. One is a gold microneedle handle. The other is a cold hammer handle. The mounting hole for the cold hammer is at the top. And then there's a locator hole on the top. After we find the location of the positioning hole, we directly plug it in and tighten the ring. This is a gold microneedle handle. Installation is the same way. Put the handle on the stand first. And then the arrow goes to this white spot on the mainframe. There is a white dot on the hole. Align and insert straight line. There's a power switch button at the bottom. When you plug in the power card, turn on the power switch directly. 10-pin can operate on small areas of dead corners and stretch marks. We can all operate with 10 pins. 25 stitches are applied to the cheek. 64 stitches are applied to large areas of the body and abdomen. Needle-free can be used to introduce certain products. It is used on the face to remove wrinkles and restore skin elasticity. Next, we need to connect the power card. Explain its interface to the customer. Plug in the wire to turn it on. There are two options when you turn it on. The first is the microneedle option. The second is the cold hammer handle. Let's take a look at the operation interface of gold microneedles. When you enter, there are two modes at the top. One is manual and one is automatic. The difference between the two modes is that in manual mode you must press a button on the handle to release the microneedle output. There's a button here on the handle. In manual mode, we have to press this button every time to pull out the needle. If it's in automatic mode, using his negative pressure test to get the needle. This is the operating area of a site. There are several parts of the human face to choose from. We just click and select. Each part has a limited range of adjustment. Each area has a different depth of skin, so there are some limitations on the parameters. This is the interface of the body. This position is to record the number of needles each time and the stay time of needles. The fourth parameter is suction gear of negative pressure. Finally, the radio frequency energy released by the microneedles. The highest is 150 Wechat, but we certainly don't set it that high clinically, because its RF output is very hot. Just adjust it properly. This is a set key. Usually we don't have to tap into it. Begin to show preparation. This is stop. Now let's show you how it works. Such as operating body, we need to select a probe to operate. The selection is made according to the part of the operation. Let's take off this gold microneedle handle. Put our gold microneedle probe on. The protruding points are mainly for getting stuck in the groove inside our gold microneedles. Then you need to plug this negative pressure tube into the gold microneedle probe at this point. The negative pressure creates suction to pull up the skin. This prevents the needle from sticking into the bone on the thinner skin. It's going to make it a lot safer and it's going to make it a lot less painful. And then we'll click here after we set the difference here. When you see the blue light on the handle, it starts normally. In order to present this out of the needle a little bit more obvious, I'll adjust the length of this needle a little higher. Now I set these parameters transfer to 3.5. Now I'm in manual mode and I'll press it once. Then we'll show you the automatic mode. The pattern must be close to the skin. This suction will automatically release the needle. Let me show you how to set this parameter, okay? Selective body. Clinical time can be arbitrary, because we are based on the scope of operation. Now you have set a parameter for the body operation. If the RF energy feels too low, we can turn it up to 80 watts. Let's look at the face again. Now we're going to set the facial suggestion parameters. It's set up. We just tested it with 27 runs. If you want to clear it, click here. Our needle is sterile packaging, disposable. You can use this needle over and over again. Avoid cross-infection. In addition, the needle is insulated. In this way, our needles are also very safe during operation. Only the tip of a needle emits this radio frequency energy right under our skin. Set the previous parameters. Click Ready. Now we're doing it primarily with the body. Now I'm going to show you how to do it without a needle, okay? Let's say we're going to work on the arm. We're going to rub anesthetic on our arms. Then cover the anesthetic with plastic wrap. About 20 to 30 minutes, so the anesthetic can take effect. Then wipe the anesthetic clean with gauze dipped in medical alcohol. Finally, we apply a medicated plaster. Then gold microneedles are used for output. Do not apply this medical repair cream before operation. This paste has restorative properties. It can be applied to the wound after manipulation. What we're doing is we're going to hit it grade by grade. Let's say I hit here. After the needle is pricked, pick it up and move it to the next cell. To seal all parts of the operation can be completed. It is recommended that no more than 3 times be applied to the same area. More than 3 times is hard to fix. This will lead to a slow repair later. Will take longer when we do the second session. We have to get rid of used needles. Because the needle itself is disposable. The purpose of the S-hammer is to relieve pain and close pores. After the operation, you can use the S-hammer to S for about 5 minutes. It can relieve the burning sensation and pain of the customer's skin. We can just get started when we get inside. Time enters the countdown. A button on the handle also controls his work and pauses. The same goes for buttons in the interface. Be careful not to touch water after operation. You have to wait for a escape. For other considerations, check out the manual. End of presentation.